Problem 8. A projectile is shot upward from the surface of the Earth. The position of the projectile is given by s of t equals negative 4.9 t squared plus 100 t, 20t. And in case I didn't mention this earlier, since I can tell that this is in meters, we will assume that this problem, the position is in meters. So please just change that on your practice test. Part A, determine the velocity and acceleration functions for the projectile. If I'm dealing with the velocity, I know it's going to be the first derivative of position. So if I take the derivative of this, bump my 2 out front, I'll get negative 9.8t plus the derivative of 120t would be 120. And then it also asks me for the acceleration. To get the acceleration is the derivative of the velocity. So taking the derivative of the velocity, the derivative of negative 9.8t would be negative 9.8, and then the derivative of 120 is just 0 since it's a constant. So those are my functions for that. Then it asks me what is the projectile's velocity at 5 seconds. So I need to find the velocity at 5 seconds, so I just plug 5 into the velocity formula. So negative 9.8 times 5 plus 120. And if I figure that out, I should get 71. And since we're measuring in meters and how fast would be seconds, it's going to be meters per second. Okay, what is the projectile's acceleration at 5 seconds? So this time I'm looking for the acceleration at 5. So if I go into my acceleration formula and plug in 5, there is no place to plug in 5. So no matter what, my acceleration is going to be negative 9.8. And since it's how fast the velocity is changing, it's actually going to be meters per second squared on that one for the units. And then part D, is the speed of the projectile increasing or decreasing at 5 seconds? I know that I need to check the velocity and acceleration at 5. I notice that the velocity at 5 is positive and the acceleration at 5 is negative, so I know that the speed is decreasing. So I will say that the speed is decreasing because velocity of 5 is positive, yet the acceleration at 5 is negative. I could also say velocity and acceleration have different signs or something like that. The one thing you'll notice that I did not use was the word it, because the person reading your paper just might not know what you're referring to when you use the word it. So I actually referred to the velocity and acceleration when I did that.